Greetings, humans. There appears to be a large amount of you that consider masters to be difficult, so here I am. As always, I have some very interesting setups, except for my Assaka setup, unless you consider the fact that I was too poor to afford supporting gear interesting. I don't. This is mostly going to be a God Squire solo. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if you all would like to see my gear, but if you do, this is for you. If not, sucks to be you. Like and subscribe. So, first off is going to be Assaka. As I mentioned before, this is going to be a God Squire solo. I have no supporting gear. Oh, that's actually very lucky. I triggered a double time fracture. But even though I don't have any supporting gear, that won't matter because Masters is unbelievably difficult, so I say that, and as I'm saying that, he's taking no damage, which I'm not concerned about, but here comes the damage. The main thing you want to go for is the arm breaks, break the armor on his arm, and he takes much more damage. From there, any high-class physical damage dealer will melt him. Well, I mean, not any. You still have to have good gear and stuff. But there goes the Assaka beatdown. See? It's easy. Thank you, God Squire. On to the next boss. Parvati awaits. Parvati starts off my more interesting setups, consisting of Judaddy. Unfortunately, I don't have a very good gear, but this will suffice because Masters is so unbelievably easy it won't make the slightest difference. Valkyrie Chariot for a juicy time fracture, and a laser to complement Judaddy. Rolled set to complement Judaddy. SS Phoenix because SS Phoenix, and Musician 2-piece to complement Judaddy. Parvati isn't difficult for any particular reason. He's just very inconsistent and has a lot of bad mechanics. If you can get past those, he's pretty easy. He doesn't have a significantly large amount of health. As far as the strategy, I'm using Phoenix to increase team elemental damage. Then I'm applying the Judah passive and then sort of harvesting that Judah passive with the laser Branya. Typically, you would want to use SS Wolfstone for the ideal setup, but I don't have her. So, Valkyrie Chariot has a nice 5-second time fracture, and she also gains an attack speed boost during time fracture. Both very useful for harvesting Judaddy's passive. Parvati is like this. He's a pretty bad boss. I really don't like Parvati. Like he has such spammy attacks, and that jump thing he does just makes him harder to hit. Like that doesn't add anything to it. If you took that attack away from him, he would just become a better boss. Literally, he would just be less inconsistent, less annoying, and there's a lot of instances like this in the game, but I just despise Parvati. Any boss that freezes really is probably a terrible boss. That's not the only reason Parvati sucks, but that's one of them. That's like a standard suck thing he has. He sucks. Parvati sucks. So there it is, the Parvati beatdown. I could have gotten a way higher score, but I'm not going to bother retrying. And next is the Jizo team. And last but certainly not least, we have Jizo Mitama. So we have Kiana, mostly for the leader skill and the time fracture. Celestial Him for the impair and the various other godly physical buffs she gives. And for the main damage dealer, we have this lovely creature. This is my first time realistically using this character, and I've heard a lot of bad stuff about her, so I'm pretty excited to showcase her. I'll see you in the fight. So that's the arena for this week. I'm glad I can emphasize to you all how easy that was. I apologize for not uploading last week. Last week's arena was terrible for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.